Clear conscience fears no accusation. If your husband says he wants a DNA after your child is born, that shouldn't be a problem for you. If you know you are hiding nothing from him, you should do the DNA.
A recent report by Lagos-based genetic testing company Smart DNA Nigeria reveals that 25% of paternity tests conducted in 2025 showed non-paternity, sparking questions about the potential prevalence nationwide. If similar tests were conducted across Nigeria, will the numbers be even higher? We explore Nigerians' perspective on the sensitive issue.
It might have a psychological effect on the children and even on the partners.
Sometimes the DNA test itself, there will be some kind of mistake from the hospital that the child was given birth to. There can be mistake.
First, let's understand from a medical point of view what a DNA test is and what a paternity test is.
DNA is a component of each individual cell. You get half of it from your mom, half of it from your dad. So they come together at fertilization and then you have a complete complement of DNA. So if you are looking at paternity testing, you want to see whether the paternal aspect of the individual's DNA are truly from the father.
How accurate is a paternity test, and are there requirements to be adhered to before undergoing the test?
If I'm to be subjected to paternity testing for a child I'm disputing, I must not use mouthwash some hours before. I must not take hot tea or coffee or alcohol before they take the buccal smear.
How many hours before?
About 2-3 hours. Those are things that should be clear to me and should be clear to the child in question. Secondly, the method of collection should also be scientific. As soon as you collect the sample, you put it in the media that will conserve it. Otherwise, if subjected to our harsh environment, the cells will fragment and you will not get an accurate DNA panel. Thirdly, in some situations, not very common, you may have kissed someone and you want to do DNA panel and you want to take buccal mucosa. You will get cell contamination from the saliva of the person you have just kissed. So it will water down the body of evidence that you are going to get.
The report discloses that 64% of all discrepancies involved firstborn sons, while firstborn daughters were also significantly more likely to be misattributed compared to younger siblings. So, why do medical personnel shield women and men who engage in dubious acts?
We have seen cases where the lady brings a semen sample on her own for treatment. When the husband was contacted soon afterwards, he said, no, I'm bringing the sample. So where did she get that from? So imagine if such a facility has gone ahead and used the sample brought in by the lady.
Immigration-related DNA testing contributes 13.1% of all DNA cases handled by the firm, according to the report. It gets even more complicated.
A couple may come for treatment, fertility issues. They might have used a donor sperm. One of them could have come behind and say, use a donor sperm. And at the level of immigration, in those countries they are going, they may request DNA proof of parenthood. In some situations, I'm sorry to say, the junior brother may be the rescue factor because the man doesn't have sperm cells. We urgently need regulation. The regulatory bodies in the country need to do more.
Let's look at this with a social expert.
It's becoming increasingly popular. It never was about 30 years ago. But as awareness is growing, also the rate of marital infidelity has increased over so many years. And so with the economic situation, a lot of women and men, going for extramarital relationships and having more children outside of marriage, the need for paternity testing has grown over the last 30 years. So as expectations shift, as culture evolves, you're going to have more and more cases of infidelity. So the need for genetic testing to determine paternity is only likely to grow over time.
They say he who pays the bride price of a woman owns the child in that marriage. So whether you are the one that impregnate the woman and that man impregnate the woman, provided you are the one that paid the bride price of the woman, you are the bona fide owner of the product, of the seed in the marriage.
Some traditions allowed a man to marry so many wives, but I've never seen a situation where a woman's married two husbands at the same times. But sometimes if she confessed, of course, you reason with her.
While paternity tests can provide clarity, they also raise important questions about the role of medical professionals in handling sensitive information. Ultimately, building trust and addressing these challenges openly can help strengthen families and promote a more honest society. Olije Wapera, Arise News.